Hi everyone, and welcome back to Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I'm Vipasto. We're having a great day. Today is season 5, episode 10. I almost said season 3. I hope you guys are doing great. My last assignment, that is like midterm thingy, is due in 2 days, and I'm already like almost done. So I'm relaxed now. The last time I've been friends, I was just so stressed. And I'm still stressed. I always am, but less. I'm more living now. Less rushing as well. Um so yeah, so last time was the whole episode with Joyce going kind of crazy um because there's a tumor in her brain, and also possibly because of Glory. Um Also Riley kind of betraying Buffy with the vampire stuff. Like, I wouldn't call it cheating, but I feel like it's a little bit of a betrayal. I mean, okay, maybe betrayal is a strong word. Being a dick without Buffy knowing. And I had a whole rant about it, so if you want to see that, you can check out like at the end of last episode. I talked about that for a while. And we found out that nurse guy was a bad guy. Like, I didn't know he was a bad guy, but I assumed so because he got way too much screen time, and I was glad to be proven right because I was starting to think I was going crazy. Um so yeah. So yeah. I think that's it. I'm excited for this episode. This is the last episode, and I think because we got a lot of Buffy, and then we're gonna get a lot of Angel, and then we're gonna go back to switching. So yeah. I think without further ado, let's go with the video. Let's go. Oh. Honestly, I can't tell which hand is smaller. It's too blurred out.
I'd worry more if your mom was out of surgery quickly. Might mean that, they couldn't do much.
That's true. That's a good reassurance. I think you need to do something, though. Or not. But, usually when that happens, I need to do stuff. Else I can't sit still when I'm that anxious. I mean, I've never been anxious as Buffy is right now, but, So what's the verdict? I'm literally stressed. Oh my god, I hope she pulls through. Apart from the fact that I like Joyce and I don't want her to die, Buffy has gone through enough. She does not need that.
So, barring complications and recovery, your mother's going to be fine.
Yeah. Oh, yay! Oh my god! Nope. Nope, touch.
Disturbing. You're emotionally scarred and will end up badly.
Damn, Anya.
So, what do you want to do now, Donster?
Why are they babysitting her?
Oh, we could play that game again. Life. That was fun.
You were winning.
We can make a wager this time. You can give me real money. That would be different.
Does she have real money?
They're showing them in theaters now. I hear it's like watching a video with a bunch of strangers and a sticky floor.
That one looks sad.
What do you mean now? That's what it's always been. For movies.
I'm only sleeping over here so Buffy and Riley can boink.
No, that's not it at all. They just need time to be tender, relax.
I was wondering why she was here. It looks like she kind of got over her crush.
House so we could have loud, obnoxious sex.
Oh, does that mean we can't?
Oh, Anya. Goddamn.
I can't believe how relaxed I feel. It's like all the tensions just left my body.
Already? Because I had that scheduled.
Yeah. This is the difference between someone who is anxious and someone who is not. Because he was saying, oh, there might be some complications in recovery, so I would be stressing out my life just like to wait until the end of recovery. I would not be able to relax right now. This is the difference. I mean, I'm happy for Buffy, but I like how brains work differently. I don't think they're going to stay together for very long.
Well, it's nothing compared to what my mom had to deal with.
It's not nothing. Don't compare suffering.
Don't sell yourself short. You stayed strong.
You really did.
I cried so hard I didn't think I was gonna be able to stop.
There he goes. Making that about himself a little bit.
Mom's out of the woods. That's all that matters.
And like, he got insecure about it. He could have said, oh, like something along the lines of, did you not want me to be there? Why did you, like, do you want to talk about it and stuff? But no, he's keeping it bottled up. Never good. It is never good to keep things bottled up. I mean, it's easy for me to say, obviously, but you know, the rule of thumb, usually. Spike. This obsessed dude. He's probably even jealous of Riley, somehow. He's thinking about being a bitch, isn't he? Oh my god. Oh no, that's the scar that he got fighting last season. I thought it was the vampire scar, but no. Oh no. Well, I officially am on the fence with Riley. Well, I was, but it's tipping towards, I don't know, man. Because it's not cheating, but he's hiding something from Buffy while, like, I don't know, being with a vampire who Buffy slays usually. But at the same time, she got out with Angel, but this is a bad vampire. That's why I'm on the fence. I think Spike's gonna try and tell Buffy, but she'd be like, no.
Wigs are fun. We could get you a whole bunch of different ones. You know, you could be like 60s mom, action mom.
You have more important things to make up.
Then you,
A few incompletes, but I will make it through the semester.
at least.
Look, I told him to make plans with his friends because I wanted to have you all to myself, okay? Besides, I can see him anytime. And I'm sure he'll come over later looking for a little Bible study.
Very much Bible study.
I mean, just as long as the two of you are spending some quality time with
The Lord.
They're not gonna stay in that village for long. Looks like we got ourselves a hot spot. Tell the men to get
Is
ready.
he gonna get back with the initiative?
Every time you show up like this, you risk all of your parts, you know that?
I wouldn't be here if I didn't have a good reason.
Like stalking you?
But we need to move if we want to get there in time.
He a good friend.
Oh, please. Like I give a bloody damn.
That's a good friend move. And he gives so many damns. Oh, I'm anxious. Oh, because I liked them so much as a couple. I'm so sad that Riley got too insecure over his own shit. That he did this. I knew it was coming to head. I mean, I know it's because he wants to be with Buffy, but it's still a good mood, and he's being a good move, and he's being very sympathetic. He's not just, he's
I said keep it down.
because he wants her to see. Literally, my heart is pounding. But it's also a show of trust that Buffy let. I mean, I know he can't hurt her, but still, could be a trap. But he.
Harder.
Yeah. Oh boy. Like, I'm gonna wait, okay? I'm gonna wait until I comment.
Buffy.
Buffy! We only came here because we care about you, friend.
You need help.
I mean, he does. He very much does.
I thought you should know.
She's gonna fight him, isn't she? Okay, no, at least. But yeah, she had to know.
Nobody's gonna risk coming here now. Sit back off.
I liked Riley so much as a boyfriend, but it's always the thing that bothered me that got him. His insecurities. And how he... No, not that he has insecurities, that's normal, but how he acts on them. Rather, how he doesn't. Not the worst, because she could have known when her mom was doing the thing, but this is still a very, very... Ooh la la. Bad timing.
Get out. I'm not in a talking mood.
Because you got found out. Else you would be.
We're going down to terminate their operation. Want you to join us.
And he's gonna join them.
We just stop them.
What do you need me for?
You can handle yourself. We ship out for Central America tomorrow midnight. Now maybe civilian life is working out for you.
Trust me, it is not.
Decision's yours.
And it's... I'm gonna elaborate on this in the end, but all of this is kind of stemming from the fact that he never found a purpose. Or his purpose was Buffy. But I'll talk about the rest of it afterwards, okay? Just because I will get distracted.
Oh. Who ordered more chicken's feet? The ones we have aren't moving at all.
That's generally what happens.
Well, yeah. Why would you want them to be moving?
She's newly human and strangely literal.
What? I don't say that. No one says that. No one talks that way.
Well, there's nothing wrong with my idea anyway. I've been very good for this store.
See?
If it wasn't for me, Giles would be a terrified old
Well,
man.
no, okay. As
She bathed you?
Only in an erotic penthousey way, not in a sponge bathy geriatrics.
It's-
Please.
I mean, at least she outs her insecurities, but getting mad about for others to do that?
It looked like they were paying vampires to bite them.
Now I know what to get for the person who has everything.
Humans hire vampires to feed off them. They get off on the rush.
The adrenaline. Oh.
They don't leave any corpses behind, so they don't get hunted.
But still,
It's win-win for them.
You knew about this and you didn't tell me?
Well, we knew it existed.
Sunnydale.
Well, it is. And I'm gonna stop it.
It's very personal.
Glory, for instance?
You said people are dying.
Sometimes.
If we're going into a nest, maybe we should come up with a strategy. Wait for Riley.
Back me up or not.
Riley is already there. Well, no, he's not, but you know.
Have a nice day. Don't get killed.
That would be a nice thing.
Well, I guess everybody jumped ship once the word got out that the Slayer found their crib.
Yep.
I just want to apologize for the use of the word crib.
Thank you. We needed it.
They're around somewhere. There's gotta be a way to find these creeps.
She wants revenge. I totally get her actions, but out of context, it seems very violent for no reason. Ah.
What took you?
Oh no, I thought it was gonna be Buffy.
I left reasonable about 3 exits back.
Yup. He really did.
Got you into this. Don't kill the messenger.
Why the hell not?
I mean, he's not gonna, because he's a title character.
Bloody hell! Go!
Did he just, like, miss the heart on purpose?
Plastic wood grain. Looks real.
Oh, okay, because I was like, that looks like the real stuff.
Stay away from her. We'll do this for real next time.
I mean, you're not gonna stay for much longer either, dumbass. Sorry.
Look at you. All afraid I'm hot for your honey.
Your honey, it's not your honey anymore.
Bloody hell!
Maybe I didn't almost kill you enough.
Come on!
Yes, because killing him is gonna solve all your anxiety issues.
Shut up.
You know it. Or else you wouldn't be getting suck jobs from 2-bit vampire trolls. The girl needs some monster in her man. And that's not in your nature.
I don't really agree with that. I think it's like she was doing.
You actually think you got a shot with her?
Not right now, no.
No, I don't. Fella's got to try, though.
At least he's self-aware. Like right now, she hates him.
Sometimes I envy you so much it chokes me.
And you mess it up.
surrounding you. The scent of... No, you got the better deal.
Ah la la. Okay, I'll talk about this.
I'm the lucky guy.
You are. The thing is, Buffy was happy with Riley, right? I don't know how, I say was because I don't know how it's gonna go from this minute on. She was happy with Riley. And maybe it wasn't the like, I love you so much, I'm gonna like, I'm obsessed with you type of love, but she still loved him. And I don't know if it's that right to Riley it wasn't enough because he was obsessed. He was in love. She was his purpose, but to Buffy, she loved him. I do think she loved him. Did she love him like she loved Angel? I don't know because the circumstances are very different. And the only reason why is that she confided in Angel a lot more than she did with Riley. Because I think she still has that kind of, oh, Riley is civilian, so I have to shoulder this on my own. But also, Buffy has kind of always been like that, and Riley is so obsessed with her that he needs, like, her to need him, because it's his purpose. Like, honestly, we don't really see them at school anymore, but I haven't seen him do his school, and, like, this was his purpose. So when the moment that Buffy got a little bit distant because of her mom, which is perfectly normal, let me just say, like, perfectly normal, he got like, I need more kind of thing. Like, she's betraying me, but I am not enough for her and stuff like that. So do I, like, Spike saying, oh, she needs a monster, I think it's just she needs someone who'll fight for her, but not like in a, because when Riley is upset that Buffy doesn't share, he just says like, ugh, like, of course you're not sharing, of course you're not doing this. That's no way. Instead, communicate like, you're going through something and you're not sharing it with me, so it's making me feel like, and maybe it's not gonna come across, maybe saying that to Buffy it's gonna be like, the fuck, but it's better than just being derisive about it and just being like, ugh, of course you're doing this, and not actually communicating the problem, which isn't that she's not, so yeah.
Something seriously bad is going on with her.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe you're overreacting. I mean, who hasn't done stuff like that from time to time?
Torch
I heard
places.
this one guy spontaneously combusted and he set his whole village on fire.
That's what you think.
Scary for a minute and listen to him.
She's training. Do you guys mind clearing out? I need a minute alone with her.
That conversation is gonna go well.
I need to talk.
Not ready to talk to you yet.
And that's a valid
Too bad.
something that you.
Get your hand off of me.
Yeah, you're there, buddy. You're there. You've sunken.
I wanted to even the score after you let Dracula bite you.
I did not let Dracula.
I know. On some level, I know that. But I was still spun.
It freaked me out. Yeah.
I wanted to know why Dracula and Angel have so much power over you.
Angel, there you go.
You so don't get it.
He so does not.
Tell me what on earth they were giving you that I can't.
They needed me.
That's it.
They needed your
That's
money.
the crux of this whole thing.
About you.
When they bit me, it was beyond passion.
He doesn't get it, does he?
They wanted to devour me. All of
He said it, but he doesn't get it.
Even if it was fleeting, they made me feel like they had such hunger for me.
He
And I don't. How on earth can you compare me to that?
that's fucked up.
And all there is you.
And you think that I don't feel the same way about you? How dare you tell me what I feel?
You keep me at a distance, Buffy. You didn't even call me when your mom went into the hospital.
Because he was other things.
Sorry that I couldn't take care of you when I thought that my mother was dying.
It's about me taking care of you.
But it's still about you.
It's about letting me in.
It's about
You
me.
don't have to be.
That's part of what being a Slayer is. And that's what this is really about, isn't it?
Yes, that's it.
Can't handle the fact that I'm stronger than you.
It's hard sometimes, yeah.
But that's not it.
That's not.
I've given you everything that I have. I've given you my heart, my body, and soul.
You say that, but I don't feel it. I just don't feel it.
Oh my god.
This is me. This is the package. And if it's so deficient that you need to get your kicks elsewhere, then we really have a problem.
Oh my god.
They want me back, Buffy. Military.
I'm glad he told her, but what the fuck?
No contact with civilians.
So what, they'll just take a break?
When were you gonna tell me about this?
I'm telling you now.
You could have said I found out this morning, but no.
Are you going?
I don't know. We can't work this out.
This doesn't... You can't work this out in a night. What the fuck? This dude.
You're giving me an ultimatum?
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
He totally is.
Get over it now?
I'm leaving, Buffy.
This...
Unless you give me a reason to stay. I'm leaving tonight.
You're... The emotional immaturity, for fuck's sake. I'm not going to talk about it right now because I'd like to revise the dialogue to make sure, because I had a lot of things to say to a lot of things they said, so I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything. So I'm going to talk about that at the end, okay? I'll get like a transcript and stuff because like every kind of line I wanted to talk about something, but I'm going to forget them, so
Don't do this. Not now.
I'm going to kick your ass. Did they bring a wooden board, like, stick thingy? Why the fuck would you do that, you dumbasses? It's her, isn't it? Yeah, that's what I thought. I was like, you're gonna let her live? What?
Then I saw this skirmish happen. I was gonna lend a hand, but I noticed you grew a few extra ones.
Go home, Xander.
Why is he... I mean, he's concerned for her, which is great, but this is not the right tactic.
You don't want a deal, so you hide? Not very Slayer-like.
Just leave me
But right now, she's not Slayer. She is Buffy.
What I can't figure out is how you never saw it coming.
What? Who told you?
Nobody told me anything, Buffy.
Why does this feel like it's not actually Xander?
Because I sure as hell don't.
You gonna let him go?
Why is he blaming this on Buffy?
20 minutes. Riley's gonna disappear. Maybe forever, unless you do something to stop him.
What am I supposed to do?
That's not on her!
I think he took it for granted that he was gonna show up when you wanted him to, and take off when you didn't.
Look who's talking.
What the fuck?
Anya following him around like a lovesick puppy.
Xander, what?
You don't want to hear what I have to say? I'll shut up.
That's
right
what
now.
she's been
Good,
saying the whole
I don't.
evening.
I lied. You shut down, Buffy.
She does.
And you've been treating Riley like the rebound guy. When he's the one that comes along once in a lifetime. He's never held back with you. He's risked everything. And you're about to let him fly because you don't like ultimatums?
Okay, so I agree that Buffy kind of treated him as a rebound guy. That is true. That is like, she didn't really confide in him a lot or at all. But to say, even saying rebound guy is a little bit intense because the only thing that Buffy kind of didn't do was not share all of her life with him right then, this moment, with what was happening with her mom, which maybe she could have done more, and maybe throughout their relationship she would have done like more, kind of, she could have shared more, but that's it. She didn't like brush him off. She helped him with his stuff. To say like to treat someone as a rebound person is to like just treat them as you expect them to fix all your problems and to like always be there for you, and like kind of just expect perfectness because it's going to fix your relationship. That's not what's happening. She fell in love with Riley. Was she like fully like sharing and fully into this relationship? No. But Riley was so insecure and so like, and he asked Buffy before. He told her about this. Like, I don't feel like you're sharing enough. I don't like, after like fights and stuff. And she said, no, like, I like how this goes. Did they actually sit down, have a conversation about what they're feeling? Never. He never did that. And then he goes behind her back, gives her an ultimatum, and it's supposed to be her job to do something about it. He did something wrong. Like, was she perfect in their relationship? No. Was she like the best girlfriend ever? No. Could she have shared better? Yes. Could she have been like more forthcoming with him? Yes. Could she have like done more stuff to include him in his life? Yes. But she's not the one that betrayed him. You get what I mean? And like Riley being insecure, also, that's fine. Having fights, that is fine. But going behind her back like that, and then the second of you give her the ultimatum when she's mad because you did something wrong. I don't get how this is supposed to be her fault. Like, that makes no fucking sense.
But if you really think you can love this guy, I'm talking scary, messy, no emotions barred need. If you're ready for that.
I do agree with Angel on that. Xander, sorry, I said Angel. The last part. That she needs to open up. She really needs to. And like, yes, Riley acted on his insecurities, but she still could do, yeah. I don't agree with everything Xander said, but I think she also needed someone to knock her out of it. And also, because what Riley did, he lied to her and stuff. Like, it was wrong. Is it cheating and stuff? No. So that's why I was saying I'm on the fence about him. Because it's just, I just see how this goes. You know? I don't know if she's gonna catch him, honestly. I want to say yes, but... Or just call him at the same time. Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. I didn't think she was gonna make it. Ah, that's the worst. Look down! Seriously, does he not have his cell phone with him?
I get excited every time I'm about to see you. You make me feel like I've never felt before in my life. Like a man.
Oh. They're totally gonna have their sexcapades. Oh, I'm so sad she missed him. But it was going on too long. I was like, and I've gotten to see how Buffy is, the show. I was like, I don't think she's gonna make it. It's not even a case of like, ooh, maybe he's in her house and was actually waiting for her. No, we saw him. Damn it. Damn it. Okay. Hello. So this was a great episode. It kind of summarized... Oh, wait. I'll just find the transcript. Okay. There is so much to talk about with this episode. It's actually crazy. This was a great... Not character study, but kind of Riley and Buffy. It was very sad, but I think it was great. I think like throughout the episode, my kind of stance on everything changed. Like with Xander's conversation, it changed a little bit how I was thinking about it. So that's also kind of why I wanted to wait. Yeah. Okay, I'll go like step by step. First off, just general, I loved it. It was very sad. I almost cried, but um it was very good. I really love how they did it. It was like really showing kind of what had been happening and since Buffy's mom became sick. The in honestly since like the beginning of their relationship, which was sometime in season 4. Um and now it's gone basically. Uh I wish I made it. Ah, man. Because she needed okay. I'll just go through the episode. I have the list. So what I wanted to talk about first off. Okay, so first off, let's talk about the scene with oh no. Okay, cool. Sorry. My OBS is a bitch, so I have to stay on it. Anyways. So, first off, let's talk about the scene between Spike and Riley. I need my glasses. Well, I don't need them, but it helps to read. Okay, so the first thing he says, the girl needs some monster in her man, and that's not in your nature, no matter how low you try to go. I think that's personally Spike's personal feelings about it. I don't think that's objectively true about the character. Like, that's Spike's take on it. I do think that, because Riley, instead of talking it out with Buffy, kind of just tried to get this new feeling that he talked about when they had a fight later on. So yes, like Buffy needs someone that's gonna fight for her, especially because she's a Slayer. So having kind of she has a lot of responsibilities, and so her first instinct is like for her first instinct is for oh my god, my brain French for her to take it all alone, right? That's her first instinct because that's like how she survived. Because like even if she has friends that are like good, that's her first instinct. In instinct. There we go. So she needs someone to push through and drill through that wall that she made for herself so she can rely on them. And Riley, it's not that he's scared, it's just he's like, oh, I'm just not good enough. Instead of fighting for it and trying to change it, he's just like, no, I'm not good enough. You know what I mean? So I agree to a certain extent. Blah blah blah. I think that's kind of all I want to talk about because I talked about it a little bit. But he says then to be that close to her and not have her, to be all alone even when you're holding her. I think it's a mix of both. It's a mix of both what Buffy is doing and Riley's feelings. Because yes, Buffy, and it would be stupid of me not to acknowledge it. That would be like very dumb. But Buffy does not share. She does not give it her all. Because she gave it her all to Angel and she got hurt. But the thing is, when I said earlier, it's like she's not voluntarily holding herself back. Like she genuinely believes that she gave it her all. But it's like, so that's why it's like not to say to Buffy, oh, you're not a good girlfriend because you're holding yourself back isn't really a good thing because she doesn't realize it. She needs, so I guess that ties in with the men thing. Like she needs someone to tell her, you're not sharing this with me. You're not doing this, blah, blah, blah. Like, you need to give it, right? But like she said it like later, she was like, I give you my soul, my heart, like everything. If I'm not enough, then like we have a problem. So yeah. So okay. But the thing is, we can't really blame Buffy for this. This is very much Riley's for the by this I mean Riley being sucked on by vampires. Because instead of talking about it, and I know it's not a first instinct. I know I talk. I know I like communication, but really it is. Instead of talking about it, instead of figuring out his feelings, he did something that's not cheating. It's not cheating at all. But something he knew Buffy would not like for like reasons of like also I he could die of reasons of like she hunts vampires like the ones that don't have a soul anyways, so it's kind of going against her philosophy. No, that's too much. I don't know how to say that, but he willingly went, lied to her, snuck out so she didn't know. Just that. If you have to do that in a relationship, if it's not like a surprise party or something like that, so you have a problem. Honey, you have a problem. Like, so, but. Ah, go man. Excuse me. So, if he acted that way in two reasons. One, he's insecure and he feels that like he said later, that he wants to be needed, you know? And also because Buffy doesn't really share. But it's not her fault. It's like, oh, she did that, so because of that, like, it's not her fault that he did that. So, yeah. Okay, now let's talk about their fight. She was expressing her feeling that she didn't want to talk to him yet, which is a valid feeling that he could respect, but I think with Buffy, he kind of needs to out it out. So I think that depends on the person. Also, because he knew he was maybe leaving, he needed to have that conversation right now. But it depends on the people. But for me, if we're having a fight, I don't really have fights usually, but like if we're disagreeing about something and I don't know, I'm angry or it's a heat of the moment, I don't want to talk to you right now. I want to process what I'm feeling before I do stuff. Like, just because sometimes you're speaking a lot in emotions and then you realize, oh shit, maybe that was stupid of me to do that. So that's why I like to have that kind of mental feedback. But I think that was needed for Riley to push through. Like I said earlier, I wanted to even the score after you let Dracula bite you. And then he's like, I wanted to know why Dracula and Angel have so much power over you. So Dracula, it's a bit unfair because he literally has a thrall thing. He literally has a thrall thing. I don't remember if it was. I think like he has something that brings people in. Like he literally did it with Xander. So that's kind of really unfair to say that of Buffy. If I'm wrong and she like kind of let it happen, that's on me. I'm so sorry that I forgot. But I don't think so. I don't think so. Right? So that was like episode 1. Yeah. I don't think so. And then he says like why Dracula and Angel have so much power over you. Because the crux, and he talks about it later, at least he said this isn't your fault, it's mine. So that's very good acknowledgement. That's the crux of it. They needed me. Riley, apart from Buffy not sharing, but Riley, his whole life has been about people needing him. His whole life has been about that. His whole life, it has been about in the army, people need him to fight. He's a good fighter. The rest of his crew need him. So, and we didn't, apart from, and maybe that's a little bit on Buffy, but I don't really know because apart from Buffy's stuff, we don't really see what's going on with Riley apart from the army and like, Buffy. Like I don't even know if he's still going to school. Maybe. I don't think he just quit like that, so I don't think so. So we don't really know if he has any other purpose in life. Like, and I mean, your purpose not like a destiny, like that's what you want, but like something that you're striving for, something that like um I'm a I'm in school and I am like trying to become an English teacher, a secondary language English teacher, of course, because I live in a French province. Um, so that's my goal. That's my purpose. And I'm a skating coach, so I like to skate. I like to, so things that like, and I like to do reactions like I'm doing right now. So I invest my time and stuff in it. But to Riley, he doesn't seem to have any. So that kind of means that Buffy was his whole thing. Buffy was his purpose. And that's not one, that's not extremely healthy. To have one person that you're entirely dependent on, that's not very healthy. But then again, we don't really see the others when they're at school either. So this could be just that we don't see it in the show. It could be both. I don't know. So he needs, and Buffy is not like Xander says it at the end that like she needs to give it her all. But the thing is, she is giving it to her. She's giving it. So that's something that if you feel like your partner, because I think in this context, maybe distant, if you feel like your partner is distant and Riley loves her, he loves her so fucking much. Like, you need to talk about this. I don't know how much, like, I know they're, well, I don't know how old are they. I don't want to Google it because I'm going to get spoiled. But, like, I'm 20. Let's assume they are, like, 18, 19. We don't have, like, big emotional maturity, but I think emotional maturity to know to talk about something that's been going on for a few months. And maybe there's the fear that like it's not gonna get over well. And I think you just need to have a conversation about that. Like, start the conversation with like, I am feeling like, I don't know, there's something absent in the relationship right now, and I'm not accusing you, but I am feeling bad and I want to talk about it so we can see solutions and we can see how to feel better and stuff. Already that's like a bit better. So, have a conversation for fuck's sake. Just sit down and talk about your feelings. I know it's like, oh, cringy. You fucking need to have a talk about your feelings. You so need to have communication in your life, especially for things that are so important, like a relationship and like. Riley feels that he needs to take care of someone. That's his whole thing. Like, you don't need me. I'm going down the script. And then Buffy says, I'm sorry, I'm sorry that I couldn't take care of you when I thought that my mother was dying. And then Riley said, it's about me taking care of you. So the thing is, Buffy, even before her mother died, was kind of distant in the giving you stuff. Okay? It's on you. It got worse it got worse because of Dawn. I remember they had a fight about Dawn, but her not telling him about Dawn. And then Buffy was very busy with her mother. But you didn't have a conversation about her opening up. So the expectation that she would change when she's already being very vulnerable with her mom is kind of not irrational, but it's a bit of a weird thing. And I get it. I totally get it, because he expected her, like, for this to be so much that she was gonna go to him, right? But Buffy has never been like that. You didn't have a conversation to ask her to lean on him. So and it's not her first instinct. It's not. It's really not. So could Buffy have like made herself more present with Riley? Yeah. Of course she could have. Like, she could have, when she was crying alone in the kitchen, she could have just asked Riley to come home with her and keep her company, help her. But that's not her first instinct. And you didn't tell me about it. You didn't tell her about it. What, did I see me? I think I said me. It's because I'm reading the script a little bit. So I'm not saying that Riley is like 100% in the wrong with this. Of course not. But the expectations that he had for Buffy without talking about it. And because the thing is, I really get his point. Yeah, I really get the fact, like, but you were in so much pain and you never once thought of going to me, your boyfriend, the person that you should be relying on. Like, that's what his point is. And I totally get that. I would also be super hurt if that happened. But you need to talk about that. And it's not. And, like, sure, you can blame Buffy for that. You can say, but she was a lot busy with her mother dying, for fuck's sake. So, yeah, she could have opened up better. Of course. Could she have done better? Of course. But to go out behind her back for this? That's not cool. That's not cool. So, yeah. I think it's not like I don't want to be like, it's your fault. But I hate that, like, they're kind of, it feels like putting a little bit of the blame on Buffy. And it's like, there was just not a lot of communication because moments were tense and stuff. And I get that maybe he was like, maybe he thought about having a conversation, but he was like, I don't want to bother you while you're with your mom and stuff. So, it's because, like, there's no blame. It's just, it's a relationship. You need to communicate with one another, and that's about it. Like, there's no blame for this. And here she said it. It's about me taking care of you. It's about letting me in so you don't have to be on top of everything all the time. But I do. That's part of what being a slayer is. And then if you, I can't handle the fact that I'm stronger than you. It's hard sometimes, but that's not it. That's not it. And like, that's her instinct as a slayer, because nobody is gonna be stronger than her. Nobody. So her first, like, she's, ever since she got trained, that was like her thing of like, you are the slayer. You do this thing alone. Because, and has she had talks about this before? Yeah. But it was always when you were like, you did something stupid and you were fighting about it. So didn't have a whole ass conversation. And then she says, like, I've given you everything that I have. I've given you my heart, my body, and soul. And that's what, and I think what's missing from that is my mind. That's it. Because my heart is like my love. My body is like me being with you. And my soul, I don't really know, but like my mind. What's missing from that is like, I am letting you shoulder my burdens. That's what he's missing. And at first I believed her because she was like, this is it, this is me. And I was like, yeah, because sometimes that's people, like, we are all very different beings. We don't love fiercely. Somebody might like love, like they are, that person is their mind, their soul, their heart. And others might like, I love this person. I'm not gonna be like all over heels for her, but I love this person. So there's a different varying degree of love, like, to give, just because people are different, right? But then that brings us to the conversation with Xander. So I don't really like that he's like, it's your decision, because Riley giving her ultimatum sucked. It really sucked. And I get, I don't know how to say that in English. In hindsight, it's less bad than I thought, right? Because like at first I was just like, how dare you give her an ultimatum when you did something wrong? But he kind of was like, because the ultimatum wasn't like we immediately get back together. At least I don't think so. Wait, let me go back. But he says if we can work this out. But Buffy took it as like I took it like that as well. I took it as like we break up. If right now we can't solve this right now, we break up and like we're out. But I think to him he just wanted to have like, no, I want to resolve this kind of thing, right? I want to be able to talk with you about this and resolve this. And that's kind of the different way you view it. It's very important how you view that ultimatum. Um And then he says Xander says you're gonna let him go. It's not my decision to make. And then he says, of course it is. At first I was like, what the fuck? But it kind of is because he's gonna leave anyhow. But like when Xander's like, why wouldn't you beg him to stay? He hurt her. And then told her he's leaving. Like, of course, she might not be in a positive mindset to be like, I want you back right the fuck now. Like, when you're really, really hurt by someone, you're not really thinking of the future of, oh, I want to solve this and be with you in the future. You're thinking about the here and now. So, of course, like, she wouldn't think about that right now. She's hurt. And then Xander says, I think you took it for granted that he was going to show up when you wanted him to take off when take off when you didn't. And at first I was like, I don't think so. But then she kind of hits that back to Xander. So I think that hit home. That she kind of did take him for granted in the way that because taking someone for granted is like assuming that whatever you do, they're gonna stick by you. They're gonna be this person that you're like, and you don't give them as much love because you're just assuming they're gonna stay. So, a little bit. Because Buffy also, like, all the insecurities and stuff, she never really tried to talk about it with Riley. Like, he didn't. And that's kind of on him because it's his insecurities. But she still saw those insecurities. They had fights about it. Never once brought it back up. Just like, okay, we're fine now. So I can get what he's saying from that. I can totally get it. Like, sorry, I'm reading it. Trying to think about it. And like, but also kind of with recently with what was happening with her mother, she just didn't have time to think about that. And then Xander says a really good point. He's never held back with you. He's the one that comes like along once in a lifetime. He's rigged everything. You're about to let him play because you don't like ultimatums. That's true though. Like Riley loved her. I say past tense because I don't think they're gonna get back together after that. Love her so much. He is obsessed with Buffy. Like he is like, I want to be your rock. I want to be your everything. And that is like very rare. Have someone this in love with you? That is very rare. So I totally get Xander's point. So the thing is, and I think that's how Xander sees it differently. Because the ultimatum isn't like we break up or we're immediately good again. right? Like, it's not just like if she went to that helicopter, they were suddenly in love, nothing mattered anymore. It was, if you go to that helicopter, it means that you want to fight for me. But me and Buffy and kind of me didn't see it that way. For me, it was like, but how he meant it was just like, we're gonna work this out. If you come to me to the elevator, we're just gonna work this out, you know? I said it wrong, didn't I? I said it backwards. Yeah. So that's how it was like, because ultimatums are never fun. Ultimatums are just kind of like, you know what? Well, it's you. Like, it's him or me, you know? They always feel sort of selfish. But in this way, I think Riley said that because he was like, if there is no way you can forgive me for this, if there is no way you can change, even a little bit, to understand how I'm feeling, even though I did a bad thing, to be willing to forgive me and work this out, then it isn't worth talking about, right? So, and then he says the best line, I think. If he's not the guy, if what he needs from you just isn't there, let him go. Break his heart and make it a clean break. But if you really think you can love this guy, I'm talking scary, messy, no emotions bar need. If you're ready for that, then think about what you're about to lose. That's what she needed. Like, because she was always scared. Like, she loved him. She really, and people are like, oh, but she didn't say it. Like, no, she didn't. Because she was scared too. But did she love him? Oh my god, is that, oh, how is that great? It's still defying gravity. It's been 3 days. No, 2? Anyways. Like, she did love him. She was just afraid for it to be more, for it to act on that love and do all those big things of a couple that you're not really used to, right? So, yeah. Oh my god, I've talked for like 30 minutes. Well, you guys are gonna get a treat, but yeah. So, needless to say, I really love this episode. And I think that's was the most important thing, that like that you're willing to work this out, that you're willing to be messy with it, and that you're willing to accept that he did something wrong, and that you, not that's okay, but like that you can forgive him for that and work this out so it doesn't happen again. I mean, he needs to work this out so he doesn't, you know. So yeah, I'm very sad because I think we could have had great emotional, therapeutical communication moments if they had reunited, but no. Damn it. But I think it's also kind of, because Riley, as it's teaching her a lesson in the way of like, if you don't open yourself up all the way, you're gonna get burned. You're gonna, well, no, that's like, there needs to be you need to give yourself in a relationship. And Riley is just like, well, you know, I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. I've been talking for 30 minutes, okay? So yeah. All that to say that both are right, both are wrong. I had hoped they would get back together to figure out that relationship, but we'll never get to see that. Buffy might surprise me, but since there's like, what, 4 episodes of Angel after this? Wait, let me see. Three. As it was only 3 episodes of Buffy, it felt so much longer. Holy shit. Yeah, after that is 3 episodes of Angel. So we won't get to see that for a while. So yeah. Well, I had a great rig time. I talked for way too much. I was supposed to stop like 20 minutes ago, but I was in too much in it. I hope you guys liked the video. If you did, don't be afraid to leave a like, comment, why follow, subscribe to see more. You can check out my Patreon if you want the full uncut reactions. You can check out my gaming channel as well. And I'll see you guys later. Ciao.